Hey, welcome back everybody to our fourth matchup of the night here on this lovely grand finals on Saturday. We are headed to the rival league. We've seen Novice and Prospect go the distance. We saw a lot of high-flying mechanics there in the Challenger League, but it is time for one of my most exciting leagues to cast. It is Rival League here, and I'm joined here with Rockerman. We're not strangers here, you and me. We've gone the distance as well here. Three game sevens you and me have casted here in the rival grand finals.
We have a little bit of experience here. I'm excited to be back. We have a banger of a matchup. I mean, all the matches have been crazy tonight. I mean, you get two game sevens kicking things off. You get whatever the heck happened in the last matchup. Red going on with Venom going back to back, and now we get to see Galaxy Pineapples. I'm super excited about this.
Yeah, and a lot of kind of hardware on the line here for this matchup. Not only is there the glory and the money factor for winning for these two teams, but Ventus, this is his third time entering the grand finals. And as well on the other side, we got Valence and Squirrel coming at it, and this is their third time. And neither player has won yet, so it's a battle between these three-time grand finalists here, Galaxy and Pineapples. They've both been here in the finals before, and I'm just excited. I can't wait to get this one underway.
Yeah, I mean, we got him in. We're still running a little behind. I thought that series was going to give us back on schedule, but sometimes it be like that. So we'll get them joined up with this one, and yeah, we'll see how things go.
Yeah, but I mean, their journeys here have been quite the opposite. Pineapples, they've had quite the tumultuous road. Two game sevens. Meanwhile, Galaxy a 4-0 and a 4-1 to get here, but it all comes down to this final series here. And if I don't want to jinx this, Rocker Man, but if tales to be told, we're going to Game 7 OT no less.
Hey, well, that's the caster's dream. We can only hope, Bengals. I would love to see that, but this one, a lot of storylines in this one. The Galaxy, the 3 seed, Pineapple's the 5 seed, but both of them same record, and yeah, I'm just very curious to see who's going to come out and start with a bang here. A lot of pressure on the line. Gotta get these nerves out early.
Yeah, and big offenses on both sides as well. We'll have to see who takes a dominating first touch here, merely off the ceiling. He's got the freestyle mechanics and Valence here as well. He's come after highlight shot in playoffs, no less. And here we go, the Pineapples. They're starting to get rolling, but a missed clear attempt coming out. Wonder off the side. Ventus looking to provide some interference. Scroll high off the backboard once again. He's off the ceiling, but he can't find it. Valence with a ballsy challenge in the midfield. This could prove to be disastrous. Merely he's up. He can't find the read. I'm not quite sure if he thought another hit was coming out, but either way, a good 50 in the midfield from Oe.
Yeah, the 50 works to the perfection, and merely, yeah, he was maybe expecting the defender there to get a redirect. A lot of times in the rival league and Titan league even, you expect them to find those redirects when they're coming, and that one didn't come. So Galaxy, they're striking out early here. I think everyone on the desk actually picked the Pineapples, so in a weird way, Galaxy is the underdogs here
No.
as they triple commit. Pineapples do, but Galaxy, the open net, Valen's trying to get back, and he does. Oh my goodness.
A huge save to keep the deficit at 1-0, and that's been the one pitfall for seasons, not just this season, but every season for the Pineapples, is that the overcommits on offense happen a slight, or not even a slight. It was a big double commit right there, but luckily Valence, an absolute veteran, along with Squirrel at this point, bails his team out, and now Galaxy the one's awkward on the backboard. Pass to the middle, merely he's too far back, and he challenges too late as well. Valence gonna have to buy his team some time. Owe off the side looking for a second, but Squirrel shutting that down. Ventus into Merely, gets a save, but not very convincing. His boy Wonder, he's gonna get the shot through, and two, I'm not gonna say uncharacteristic mistakes, but two crucial ones so far.
Yeah, I would call that one uncharacteristic for Valence. The last one, maybe not, but this goal, definitely uncharacteristic. Valence, you expected to read that, and I think you could chalk that one all the way up to finals nerves. Valence has been here before, but every time it's something new here, you still get the jitters no matter what league, no matter how many times, you always get the game one jitters. This here he comes back, answering for his mistake. A good one there, and they're finally on the board.
And a huge dunk from him in the midfield, and nobody really back. All three players trying to make it, and a slow roller will get the job done. All I needed to do was put it on target, but Yeah, Valence, he's been here time and time again, and big time shots time and time again. Even the saves in the playoff series so far have been stellar from him, but find themselves down by 1 here. In the midfield over to Merely. He's looking for the double. He finds it. And Squirrel, again, those third man challenges, Rocker Man. They gotta play smart here against Galaxy because they're not like any other team. They can transition out of defense so quickly and punish you early, and they gotta clean that up here in grand finals, or at least make sure they're on offense more than not.
Yeah, the combination of this Galaxy roster, you have OA who won with Venom last season. He stepped up big in Rival League this season. Then you have Ventus. He's got grand finals experience along with, you know, I gotta mention it, along with his brother, Boy Wonder. It'd be a shame if we didn't mention that in grand finals, but the brother combo there, you know, it's been a work into perfection all season. And yeah, Pineapples continue to double commit, triple commit even. Galaxy's a team that will punish you on the counterattack.
Agreed, but that being said, Galaxy have been known to overcommit as well. They like to commit a lot on offense as well. And now the 3v1, the bump comes out, but I think, oh, the shot is on target. Camera was playing with me a little bit right there, but again, Valence in the 3v1, the overcommits.
Yeah, they're just going out again. I think it's led to 2 of the goals already where they're overcommitting and leaving the last man on an island early, and you know you can't really expect Valence to do anything. You got three Galaxy offenders and roaring down on them, and Galaxy a nice 3-1 lead here, and they're starting out game 1 really strong.
And that being said, you know, we've been talking a lot about the Pineapples' mistakes, but these are some big 50s coming out from these players on Galaxy. Not to discredit them, but again, Pineapples just putting themselves in these scenarios, and they're not winning the 50s, and that's 3 lost 50s in a row that have put them on the back foot, now down by 2. Just over a minute left. Another big whiff off the side from Merely, but oh wait, he can't find the shot. Perhaps looking to follow, but in fact leaves it for Ventus. The Galaxy pressure continuing to rain on as the clock ticking down here in the final minute. Although a big whiff from Ventus could relieve some of this pressure, but quickly tossed back over to the other side. Valence, he can't find the pre-flip. Still awkward. Ventus, he's looking for the double tap off the backboard. The follow from his brother, and he is there in a commanding 3-goal victory here in this important game 1.
Oh, that was huge from Ventus. The double tap off the backboard, great mechanics, and Boy Wonder, he was waiting down there in the midfield. Just perfect play right there from Galaxy, punishing them for you know, another mistake. And you know, we talk about the Pineapple mistakes, but the Galaxy, they've capitalized on every single one. You got to give them credit. It's not necessarily easy to do. You know, when you see them make a mistake, to capitalize on every one. But I'd say Galaxy really playing a flawless game so far.
Yeah, they certainly have. The defense has been good, and they've been shutting down these balls in the midfield really before they get too dangerous and winning the 50s in the midfield, and that's why they've been able to transition on the offense. Haven't really looked like the Galaxy we've come to know and love, but that being said, they're getting the job done here against Pineapples, who's such a deadly team themselves. But, I mean, coming into this, I mean, I wasn't on the desk, but I actually, you know, I love all 3 players on this Pineapples team extremely much, but I have to pick Galaxy in this one. I know it's kind of a little bit of a biased prediction now, but seeing as the 4-1 scoreline, but I really think Galaxy is just the faster team, and it's going to be up to rotations here from Pineapples, because if Pineapples can get the rotation under order, they can rain down some heavy firepower on the offensive side as well, but they got to play a clean game, and this game was not a clean one, unfortunately.
It wasn't, and you see Galaxy here putting up the shots, putting up the capitalization, and that's just a huge performance from them in this one. And you know, that's what you expect from a team like Galaxy, who's played great all season long, and they come out here, and I mean, what a start for them. That's how you want to start out a grand finals game right there, Vegas.
Yeah, and definitely so. You want to be the one to strike blood first, and Galaxy, they did that. But again, the offenses were even. It was just a matter of who was leaving the masked man back right there. And Pineapples, they did that 3 times, and the other goal was just a really good shot from the Galaxy team. But I mean, they were tied at 7-7 apiece there for shots. So as far as who's controlling the field, it's kind of equal. But Galaxy, they're just utilizing much more of the space that's being given to them, and they're winning the 50s.
Really are, and yeah, that's the difference. You talked about those massive 50s. There's been a huge amount of them, and Galaxy has seemed to come on top for every single one as people's blocked away in front of the net. But if Galaxy keeps winning these 50s, it's going to lead into more and more offense, and you know, eventually Pineapples will keep cracking there.
Yeah, and you know, if I'm the Pineapples, I need a big win right here, and not just any win. I need a dominating win to get the confidence back. I don't want an overtime one, although a win is a win. But I have a feeling if they go down 2-0, Galaxy is just going to get even more confident, even starting to pre-jump already here in Game 2. You can see that they're feeling good, and Pineapples, they got to shut this down early. And I think it's just a matter of the rotation, but I mean, is there anything you saw in that Game 1 besides the loss of the 50s and maybe the rotation?
I mean, the rotation goes on to their double commits, and I think that was the key thing. The Pineapples, they've been known to overcommit. It's the same formula there. And if they just shut those down, it's really simple for them. They know what they do wrong, and they know that they have to fix it. It's just a matter of, you know, trying to fix that rotation, fix the double commits while also playing really aggressive, which is their, you know, their play styles. They play aggressive, but that leads to double commits. It's a double-edged sword.
Indeed, and you know, I always talk about these mid-series adaptations, but we will have to see if that can be done here for the Pineapples, as Valence was looking for a double, but a huge backboard clear into the pass, and merely he finds the save, as that one was trickling in. Away to the corner, looking for a double himself. Squirrel with a soft touch now. The Boy Wonder, again, the pre-jumps are coming out. They're feeling so confident. Ventus looking for a double off the side as well. Although here's Valence with the redirects, and he's been so good at these since Season 2 in his emergence. You cannot give this man a free shooting lane.
Yeah, Valence, he did have the performance in the last series, but he is putting shots like that on net, and that is when you have to be scared. If Valence is peaking, this Pineapples team is deadly.
Just feed the ball to Valence, feed the ball to any of them, and they will put a good shot in. Although merely he struggles on the goal line, gonna leave it open here. And they worked so hard to get that first goal, and a lackluster save comes out.
Yeah, merely just a little bit awkward. He goes up too quick there, and Ventus, a bounce shot there. It's awkward for Valence too, and that one just kills your momentum. You finally do something really good, and for that, it's just a punch in the gut right there in game number 2. They're still in this one, but you know, like you said, they worked so hard to get that lead, and then just snatched right away from them.
Lead, and again off the kickoff here, Galaxy trying to roar back, take a lead of their own. Squirrel with the doink, but it works out as a fake shot on from merely. But another save from Boy Wonder. Valence with the pre-flip, but still works out as fakes. And you know, I'm a fan of the fakes, but 3 in a row is a little curious if I do say so myself, but still getting them on the offensive side, getting some opportunities on the net. He's now in the midfield. Boy Wonder with a heavy touch that's going to run away from him. He's merely looking for the double off the side. But Valence going to clean it up after the misplay. And now Ventus air dribbling out of defense. Excellent control off of that awkward bounce from the backboard. Now Boy Wonder to the middle. Perhaps was looking for OA, but pass was off the mark here. And I think the Pineapples here are doing a better job in game number 2.
Oh.
Okay, as the huge dunk comes out, the muscle being shown.
Oh, that's just another huge dunk. Merely's the last man back, and it's just unfortunate. I mean, you saved the ball, but there comes Ventus out of the air, dude, just kind of dropping on him, and that is not good there. And yeah, again, that's the second time Merely has been last back on defense, and it's resulted in a goal there.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, it just doesn't look like he's been up to the task on defense so far, but plenty of Rocket League left to be played, and puts a shot on there for himself. And he's been pretty good on the offensive side, and hard to tell who was at fault on that one double commit in game 1, but too long ago, and too many goals been scored since then. But as far as the offensive side of the ball is concerned, he's been doing a good job. But now Squirrel caught out last back, and looked like two Pineapples were right next to each other on the sidewall right there.
Yeah, double commit again there, and OA just a banger shot. And Galaxy, they are rolling. We didn't get to really preview this match too much, but Galaxy, they have stomped through their opponents. They swept the Knights. They 4-1 the second seed Lightspeed, and you know, right now they are dominating right in this game, Bagels. And if they take this 2-0 lead, the Pineapples have got to be concerned, and it might already be time for the tactical timeout.
I think so after this. If they somehow lose this game, which at the moment is looking like a good possibility, as Ventus looking to put in a fourth, and Squirrel with the insane pre-flip. I don't know why he pre-flipped, but he somehow gets a slight touch on it, and now Valence winning the 50s, but OA gonna cut it off and follow it to boot, and now merely he's last back. Solid clear this time around, looking to find Squirrel, finds the shot just off the post, and that would have been huge in the final minute.
Oh, that was almost an insane job by Squirrel. Well, the Pineapples, they've got to get going here. I know a lot of times in their last game, they relied on Squirrel to be their entire offense, and he hasn't really done too much, and Galaxy's played well, but you need to see more from them as a shot is going to go in. Ventus finding the hat trick, 4-1 in favor of Galaxy.
And Squirrel, he kind of gives possession away here, but tough read. Hard to tell with the camera, but it looked like merely had to avoid a bump from OA, but either way, Galaxy are just capitalizing on the missed rotations, and they're not missing any of the big opportunities. There's been no whiffs, no missed shots, really. Every opportunity Galaxy is putting away, and I don't know, it's just, they're playing the better game of Rocket League, although still time left on the clock as Pineapples find a second.
This is a nice one here from Squirrel. He realized the net is open, just gotta put it a long way there, and he actually placed it perfectly right where Boy Wonder couldn't get to it. They find a second, but with 30 seconds left, I'm not sure if they can do it.
Yeah, it's going to come down to this kickoff here. Squirrel ends up losing it, but back to Merely. But unfortunately, he doesn't get the touch he needed. And now the ball stuck in the corner here. And OA faking out, getting another bump. As Ventus off to the side. Looking for his brother, but Valence shutting that down. 10 seconds. They need one right here and right now. 3 Pineapples on the offensive box, but nobody can get it by OA, who has been playing absolutely insane here in these series. So far as another shot shut down. And, you know, as we come to a close here in game number 2, you know, obviously, coming into this, everybody's expecting Ventus to be the carry, even Boy Wonder, but I think OA is kind of the carry these first 2 games, surprisingly enough, coming up from Challenger League last season.
I think OA is definitely playing well here. It looks like the Pineapples are going to call their timeout. I think OA is playing well, but I'm going to disagree with you a little bit there. I think he's playing great, but I mean, Ventus, he's been on the scoring end of the majority of these shots there, and, you know, I mean, Pineapples have not stopped him. I mean, they haven't really stopped anyone, to be fair. But I think that Ventus, he has the experience. He's playing really well. I'm really liking what I'm seeing from Ventus right now.
Yeah, I mean, Ventus hasn't been playing bad, but at the same time, a lot of the goals have kind of been freebies for him, and he's not really going to miss any of those opportunities. We did see a very strange own goal from him in one of the past few series, but, you know, everybody has those moments. But that being said, Pineapples, now, they start out with a huge redirect from Valence there in Game 2, and since that point, they gave up 4 goals. They were able to get 1 back, but really, the momentum is all Galaxy at this point. And they got to do something, and the timeout might help, but at this point, I don't know. It's just, it might be too much to stop. I said they needed to win that game, and now the Galaxy train might be rolling.
The Galaxy train is definitely rolling right now, and yeah, we'll have to see as they called this timeout. I got a little bit of time remaining to work things out, but I don't know. The Pineapples need to find a way to regroup. I mean, they've come back from deficits. They've had, you know, good leads of their own that have been blown, but they've survived. And now, you know, this is the toughest task they've had yet, Bagels. And now to try to regroup here, this is a must-win game, especially coming after the timeout. I mean, you cannot go down 3-0 to this Galaxy squad who just looked on fire. They have done nearly nothing wrong here. They've been playing absolutely amazing, and now it's time to see if they can capitalize.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't Whiteout playing with a sub. This isn't their quarterfinal matchup, and both of those went to Game 7s. That's why I said it looked a little unconvincing from them. I had a feeling they would get here, but just not in the fashion they did, and Galaxy is unlike any other team here in the Rival League in Season 6, and they are here to play. But really, I hope the Pineapples have worked out their issues. Quick passing play over to Squirrel, but not able to get there in time, and really, as a card change coming out from Valence, it just comes down to rotation and the defense, because Galaxy hasn't done anything besides 1 bump goal where I really felt like they deserved it, because Pineapples, they're giving Galaxy opportunities, and you cannot give this team those easy ones.
You can't give them the easy ones. You got to make them earn every shot, earn every goal. And, you know, Pineapples haven't done that, as here comes Owe. Look, to try to earn one right here. The Pineapples are going to get there on the defense. Yeah, this is a dangerous game number 3 here. Galaxy up 2-0. You gotta have the Pineapples, you know, hopefully start scoring first. But even in the last one, they scored first. The Galaxy came roaring back as this ball is dangerous in the midfield, but cleared back.
Yeah, and they need all three players, and primarily, it looks like even Valence is having a rough time on this one. Squirrel last back, and the back post shot is too deadly. And I was gonna say they really need Merely, but it just looks like even Valence and Squirrel are just having a rough time, and it doesn't look like their day. But that being said, plenty of time to come back.
And there is a lot of time. That's not the way you want to start this game. But again, they find themselves down, and if you're a Galaxy here, you got to keep your foot on the floorboard here, pedal the metal, as they just keep going. I mean, they're just scoring goal after goal. But wait a minute, Valen's gonna find a redirect, and as I say that, hey, the caster's curse coming out.
And finally, the one big mistake Galaxy has made, it looked like Ventus was coming at that opportunity too early, and he just goes flying by. But that being said, Valence was potentially ready for it. And at the same time, I don't really... It was a huge kickoff. Ventus going to put the shot on, but off the crossbar. Somebody needs to make the save, but merely he can't find the touch. And Boy Wonder going to get a second one.
This is the second game in a row where they finally get a lead. They start out the score in there, and then they just give it up, basically off the kickoff. That's 2 games in a row, and you just feel Galaxy is just suffocating them. Any momentum that the Pineapples get, they just shut it down immediately, and that is so demoralizing when you're in a series like this.
Yeah, and that was actually a misplay by me. It was Valence on the whiff there on the backboard. But yeah, I mean, Galaxy, again, they just look like the speedier team, and at the same time, at the higher level, it really comes down to these kickoffs. It may seem like such a minute thing, even if you don't get scored on it. Hold on, I'm trying to analyze it. Owe is just absolutely peaking. You said it was Ventus, but I believe I was right.
I don't know. I mean, this is insane, though. Oh, wait. He gets the flip reset, gets the pinch, and then Ventus caps it off there. Hey, you know what? Maybe I'll take it back there. Oh, wait, he is peaking right now.
And a huge goal, but again, it started off of the kickoff, and here's another one. They just cannot lose the kickoff, and at the Rival and Titan levels, there's so many factors that come in. When you get that dominating kickoff, you get the boost control, you get the ball control, and positionally, you are in control. And Galaxy have not looked back.
Yeah, they really haven't, and now Pineapples, again, find themselves down looking for a shot with Ventus. A nice save, and this is one of these games that they have to win. You can't go down to 0-3 in the series, the grand finals, and Pineapples just gotta do something here on offense. They're trying to put some shots on net, but they still can't find it.
And there was a huge opportunity just a few seconds ago, but again, always stepping up, a huge pinch pass, or pinch clear off of the backboard to save his team. Oh, double commit forced now, but Boy Wonder's still able to get back to it. Valence to the middle, finding Merely, shot high. Backboard open though, where's the follow? Merely, and looked like Valence double committed. Now the shot not going to come through. The defense standing tall on the opposite side for now. They got to get organized, and they got to get organized quick here. 2 minutes, a lot of time, but really, Galaxy is going to be hard-pressed to give up 2 goals here in 2 minutes. Ventus looking to get another one, looking for the double tap. Can he find it? No, he fakes it for his brother. Off the backboard, but Merely there. Trying to find Valence, who's in an awkward spot, and eventually he leaves it for Merely, but giving space too much. And Ventus looking to corral this one, but it is a high lofter, and Squirrel over to the middle, finding Valence, and there's the infield passes that we've seen from the Pineapples. They haven't had any of those this series, but finally, they're 1 for 1 on those.
That's what I say. They just looked so awkward, but they did not look awkward. And this is Valence. He's going to find the little angle there, threading the needle into the back of the net. And finally, I think that's the first time, Bagels, this entire series that we've seen the Pineapples look like the Pineapples.
Yeah, and hopefully, we're going to see more of them as Merely. Shot wasn't on, but still an awkward bounce. Boy Wonder can't find the touch, and that's going to be a huge goal from Valence to tie it up. And from the stretches of looking like they're going down 3-0 in the series, they are here, and they want to get this one.
Yeah, the hat trick from Valence, what a perfectly placed shot. We saw one from Ventus that was just like that, a bouncer that Valence couldn't reach, and now Valence returns the favor with the bouncer, and they tie it up. And once again, they've gotten back into it, but they cannot give up the lead here right away. That one almost did, though. They got to keep this momentum to not let it go back to Galaxy's favor and take this game.
So they're in an awkward spot here, merely giving way to Squirrel, and Valence going to quickly suffocate this one. Oh, he's pre-flipping back to defense. The double commit forced. Could be another opportunity. Pass to the middle. But Squirrel absent on the play. Merely low boost, just going to bang this one high. Huge 50 from Valence, but Ventus going to get this one early. Final minute here, tied 3-3. This all-important game 3. As the Pineapples are looking to come back in the series. Huge demo from Squirrel. Merely, he's there for this shot. And Squirrel is peaking once again. He's flying and pulling out all the acrobatics.
Look at, he beats one, it just destroys it. That's my favorite play in Rocket League, Bango. Just to wipe out the last defender on the goal line, leave it wide open for your teammate to put it in. I love that play from Squirrel. And finally, the Pineapples stepping up big. 47 seconds. They got the lead again, but can they hold on though?
Again, that is the question. But again, they've lost the kickoff, and here's an opportunity. But Boy Wonder bumps into his own teammate. The follow-up still there. Valence, he gets a crazy save. Ventus for the follow, but he whiffs out. Valence looking to slow down the play. Big 50. But Merely was too far back, and again, now the 50's going Galaxy's way. Somebody needs to be pressing out of defense early here for Pineapples. You don't want to give Galaxy space. Scroll on the backboard. Slight mistouch. 2 players up. Ventus, he just might have the read off the backboard. It's like Lemmings for Galaxy, but it's going to prove to be fatal. No, it's not. As Valence to the middle, Merely abandons the play. They need to shut down the final offensive roll here for Galaxy. Ventus with the dribble, but getting bumped out. Squirrel, he just needs to fake it, but in fact, keeps it up. Owe off the side. Valence with a ballsy third man read, but he sends it down. And Rocketman, we have a series.
Oh my goodness, we have a series. And can I go back to that Valence save? What in the world was that? How did he save that ball, Bagels? That ball was halfway down. I thought for sure they had the lofter. I thought that was for sure the one where Galaxy was going to take it back. They were going to send it to OT, going to win the game and give themselves a 3-0 lead. But Valence, he saves that ball, and they're in it now.
And, you know, Valence, he had that save of the season contender. He is definitely a standout player on offense, but can absolutely step up big on the defense wherever needed. And Squirrel, we saw a lot of Squirrel there in game number 3. 3 big assists, the huge demo play. It doesn't come up on the scoreboard, but a huge factor into why they took this important game. And Merely was still struggling a little bit on the offense, but he was there to put the shots away, and I just need to see a closer rotation, and I think that's why they've been losing the 50s, Rockerman, is that they're too far away from each other on defense, and they're trying to crash too late.
Yeah, there have been a couple of rotational lapses. As I want to actually bring it to this, Bagels. Galaxy has called their tactical timeout, which I think is more intriguing than the point we're going to make, because Pineapples, they finally get a game, and then Galaxy says, all right, we're going to call our tactical timeout. We're trying to kill your momentum right here, whereas a lot of times you see teams wait until maybe they tie up the series, but Galaxy is deciding, hey, we're shutting it down early here. We're calling the timeout.
Yeah, could be important in stopping the flow there from Pineapples, but at least as far from a strategy standpoint, besides that, Galaxy looked like they played a clean game. Besides the one whiff coming out from Ventus in the opening minute there, it looked like Galaxy was still playing good Rocket League. It was just that Pineapples finally came to play and were not only making Galaxy make some errors themselves, but they were forcing the errors. They were putting them into awkward spots, and that's what you need to do if you want to take down Galaxy. You got to steal the boost, you got to get the bumps, and you got to put them in some awkward scenarios, and all 3 of those boxes were checked there for Pineapples. They just got to do it 3 more times.
Yeah, they do. It's going to be tough, with the way Galaxy has been playing. They really played it well. And this is, again, another crucial one where, we saw Pineapples take the timeout at work. Now Galaxy, they call their timeout. And will it work for Galaxy, or can Pineapples continue the momentum, tie this series up? We'll have to find out.
Yeah, we'll have to see. That is a big brain timeout, though. I actually like that, Like you said, you don't want to wait till 2-2. And to see what Game 4 has in store for us. If that timeout is going to be effective, or if Pineapples keep the ball rolling here. But again, one thing that has been a constant throughout this whole series, Rockerman, and I'm going to be beating it to death, is that the Pineapples cannot win a kickoff. And I'm hoping that maybe they talked a little bit about that in the timeout, as Squirrel almost found a shot right there. But, I mean, they're not winning the kickoff into the Galaxy corner. They're not, getting the cheat up. They're not even losing the ball into their own corner. It's just Galaxy taking possession every time, and I just don't even know how to fix it.
Yeah, that's a tough one there. Maybe try to lose the kickoff to your corner, like you said. If you're not winning the kickoffs, maybe try to just lose it to your corner, try to get it to a teammate. But the Galaxy, they've had good pressure, and you know, eventually those things turn into goals, and those will mount up through the course of the series. And you know, it's been definitely a reason why they've had the lead here. As a passing play, 3-man attempt. It's not going to go merely enough trying to find the 50, but it's cleared away. But yeah, Galaxy, the kickoffs have been great. You know, it's giving them a lead, but we'll see if that continues, or like you said, if the Pineapples find a way to somehow adapt.
Yeah, and almost a interesting passing play coming out from the Pineapples there, but it looked like Valence kind of bailed, giving way to Merely, and would have actually preferred if Valence was there to crash in and take that shot, but either way, we'll never know, as now Pineapples on the defense. Valence jumping up early with low boost. Owe just puts it around him, looking to keep possession for his team. Wavy, the pitch coming out. I think that's what Ventus was thinking, and Owe was not ready. He's now merely looking to clear this one out of defense. Pass to the middle. Could be a big opportunity for Squirrel, but he mishandles the ball in the midfield. Now, could be an opportunity on the opposite side, but Valence will send this one down. Merely up early. Into the corner, but Boy Wonder will handle this. Squirrel off the backboard, but now, oh, I was about to say that Galaxy has been defending the backboard lately. With a big whiff coming out there from Owe, who first 2 minutes of this game has not been playing the same Rocket League we've been accustomed to, but as I say, that gets a good read off the sidewall. Merely to the middle, and the Pineapples, they're trying these infield passes, Rockerman, but I think Galaxy are starting to be privy to them.
And Galaxy knows that this is the key to victories. Oh my goodness, a huge demo comes out from Ventus, almost giving Owe the goal. But yeah, people understand, you know, we've talked about it majority of the time on the broadcast, and you know that these teams doing their scouting, especially Galaxy, a very smart team, very well-mannered team, they know that the Pineapples can find those passing plays, and they're going to shut them down every opportunity. And if they're doing that, like I said, you know, the Pineapples don't look like the Pineapples unless they're getting their passing plays like this as a shot comes through. The save on the goal line.
And a huge pass, but unfortunately Valence with zero boost, couldn't get any lift on that, and even if he did, likely would have blasted it off the backboard. But still, good to see that Pineapples are still trying to utilize their bread and butter here. Although net momentarily open. Oh, he can't find the read, but it's enough, as I thought somebody might have been able to get back to that.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what happened. Ventus just throws it off the sidewall, and then, yeah, expecting the read, both of them trying to get to it. Valence merely can't quite, and that one's a tough one to let in after 3 minutes of scoreless Rocket League there. They let one in, could be a heartbreaker, and they lose another kickoff, and it's gonna be a goal there. Owe off the kickoff. Again, it's coming back to playing him.
Yeah, and they lost this one in Squirrel. He kind of cheats up a little bit in the corner, and I think if he rotates immediately back to net, but again, you can't really pin that all on Squirrel. You gotta win the kickoff, as I've been saying all series. And again, they lose it. I mean, I don't even know how many kickoffs they've had, but it's got to be up close to 20. They've maybe won one of them, and it's just not a recipe for success.
No, it's not, but this one out in the midfield, that one almost able to find its way in from Squirrel, but it's cleared out, and Pineapples in danger territory here, down by 2 with 1:30 left. Galaxy going to put themselves on championship point if they can hold on and take this game, as another shot going to come through. Boy Wonder is big there. A 3-goal lead.
And Owe again, big hit. Actually was looking for the double tap, but the fake was probably more productive right there, as Valence was having to rush up on the backboard, try and stop it out, but just too late. And again, as it looks like the Pineapples, at least it's a neutral one. They didn't win it, they didn't lose it, and this could be the best thing, but merely he can't put the shot on either. And they needed that one early here, as they only have a minute left. Another opportunity here. But Owe's just going to smack it off the ceiling. Valence over to the side, but Ventus cutting this one off early. Squirrel up, looking to get it over to Valence, and he will. The Boy Wonder going to pop it high in the midfield. Nobody up here for the Pineapples. Ventus, he has the flip reset. He has the shot and put it through. And you know what? We'll go back to Ventus speaking.
Okay, Ventus is peeking. Look at this. He finds the flip reset.
That's an insane shot.
Oh my goodness. Over 2 defenders as well? What are you on, Ventus?
That is such good car control to get the pop in there and have the wherewithal and the control to be able to get back to it. And at this point, I thought that one might roll in. It is definitely got to be wraps here for Game 3. Galaxy will be moving on to championship point. It's just a matter if Pineapples can start to reverse the momentum here, get something going their way. And you know, unlike the first two games that they won, Rocker Man, it looked like they were capitalizing off Pineapple's mistakes. But I think here in game number 4, Galaxy was just a masterclass here. They were putting the Pineapples in some extremely awkward spots, and when you got Ventus hitting shots like that, I mean, there's not much you could do.
Yeah, no, Galaxy is literally peaking, and this is the perfect time to do so. Just everything is going their way. You know, even when we just were saying they were capitalizing on mistakes, I mean, to do that is just impressive in its own right. And in this one, they just came here to play. I mean, just highlight plays left and right. I mean, that preset for from Ventus, excuse me. We'll be seeing that one for a while, I'm sure, because that was absolutely insane. And now, you know, Pineapples, they're no strangers to comebacks, Bagels. They were the ones that completed the first ever reverse sweep, but it is a tough road here in the grand finals.
Yeah, and seemingly for the first time here, like I said, Galaxy was playing an extremely good game here. They were playing like even perhaps even better than I thought Galaxy would be peaking, as Owe and Ventus have been stepping up big, and boy wonder, he's just been the rock. He's been on the defensive side, he's been in the midfield, he's been doing the dirty work. But here in game number 4, the shots 8-4, double the shot totals there from the Pineapples, and yeah, I just don't know. It just looks like Galaxy's playing better. I don't really have any other way to analyze it. The Pineapples, they came back in that last game, but they took the timeout, so I guess that favors it back to Galaxy. But I mean, realistically, I just think it comes down to these kickoffs. If they start winning a few, even just start losing, not as disastrously, it can put the Pineapples in a lot better spot positionally and to get boost and just be under order. I'm not quite sure what the comms are like, but I have a feeling they've been panicky based on the way they lost the first two games in the defense.
Yeah, it definitely seems panicky as we're gonna be heading into Game 5 here in just a moment. But yeah, it does seem like panic, and it's just been the stakes for the Pineapples. But on the other end of things, like Galaxy just looks like they're on another level, and you know, like I said, the Pineapples, they're no strangers to comebacks, Bagels. But to do it in the grand finals, I would be very impressed here, especially with the way Galaxy is played. It starts right here if they're going to want a chance. Otherwise, Galaxy may just close it out, as they may finally want to kick off in their favor, but quickly going back the other way.
Yeah, that's just the most unfortunate bounce you could have done by winning the kickoff, and they did what I wanted them to do. They absolutely massacred that kickoff, but it bounces horribly off the back wall on the lip.
Yeah, that's one of the things. Sometimes it's just not your day, Bagels. And now when they finally win it, it comes right back out. Valence makes a bad touch there, and it goes right back in their zone. And again, Galaxy just doing everything right here. Capitalize on every mistake, every opportunity. It's just going perfectly as a huge bump attempt comes through. Merely gonna finally shoot it, but it's just off so close as they're trying. But Galaxy they just can't be broken right now.
I just don't think he had the angle there. It was too tough of one to shoot. Although now Valence up. But perhaps a double off the ceiling looked like he ran out of boost, and Ventus, luckily for the Pineapples, does not really have any boost, but still putting the shot on. Swirl lobs it back to the middle merely. He's too slow on the challenge. Owe gets his flip back off the ceiling, but who cares about Owe? Boy Wonder comes flying in, and now they're up 2.
Oh my goodness, I mean, Boy Wonder just kind of came out of nowhere there, and Owe's actually coming back down for that shot after getting bumped, and I think they were all watching Owe. They're like, Owe's got this, and then here comes Boy Wonder out of nowhere, and I mean, they are just playing so well, 2-0. The Pineapples just in shambles at the moment.
Yeah, and realistically, that first goal just hurts so bad because sometimes that's just Rocket League. Bad things happen, and you can't explain why they happen. But that second goal was peak Galaxy once again, and Valence in the 1v3, having to step up big for his team, but it lost 50, is going to put a shot on, but Squirrel there to keep the deficit at 2-0. Now a huge win in the midfield could prove to be good here. Pass to the middle for Valence, but he's too slow on the challenge, and now an open net on the opposite side. Away there, but off the sidewall. Boy Wonder here with the shot. Valence, I wasn't quite sure what was going to happen there. I thought that one might have slipped through, but merely with the pass over to Valence. Not really the crispest passing play we've seen from them, and that's going to give possession back onto the Galaxy half. Luckily, merely there with a huge pinch on the defensive side of things. Squirrel going to get a big clear. Is Ventus going to take this up the sidewall? Valence shutting it down. But again, the positioning for Pineapples, they're just not in the right spots. They're not predicting how these 50s are going to go. And now a double commit. I believe Valence back at 0 boost, but hold on a second. Ventus doing what Ventus does and trying to own goal, but the ball is blasted off the backboard. Can Squirrel get here? No. And there's just no semblance of control on any side here.
Yeah, no, there's really not in Galaxy. I mean, they're just happy to mess around with it a little bit as some demos come out, but a huge miss Squirrel. He barely gets back to it. The Pineapple's just panicking on every occasion, and the Galaxy, they're just happy to waste away this time is down to halfway. If they hold on here, they're going to be the champions.
Indeed, 2.5 more minutes. So try and let that clock roll down, but I have a feeling they're going to be looking for more. His Squirrel having to find another save, and for the opposite side, Pineapples, they got to get a pass downfield. This could be something here. Boy Wonder with a tough read, but he finds it. Getting the ball into his own corner, merely perhaps was looking for a pass to the middle, but may have faked it because he saw Squirrel wasn't there. Here's Squirrel now, but he can't find the touch. But they got to get something going, but Owe has other plans, but a huge save from Valence to shut down Owe, who has been playing extremely well along with Ventus in this series. You can't count out this man either. Boy Wonder looking for a bump, but they just can't get off the defensive half rocker, man. They're down 8 shots to 3 here. They have a minute and a half to find 2, but it's just Galaxy, they're playing so well.
Galaxy is just, like we said, they're just on another level. You just can't stop them right now. Everything the Pineapples have done, it just hasn't been enough. You know, I was going to call on Valence to try to step up here, but, you know, it's hard to beat a team that is just outplaying you in literally every aspect of the game at the moment. And with a minute 19, the Pineapple season might be on the line, and Galaxy might be coming back for the championship here.
Yeah, but Squirrel has other plans as well. He's looking for a flip reset too. He gets the shot, and he's going to be put through as a team bump may have come out off the pre-jump. I'm not quite sure what happened, but either way, Squirrel, huge play. As merely with the pre-jump? Okay.
That one just goes in. Squirrel, he finds the flip reset, and he hit some big shots before. We saw it in the last series when they played against Whiteout. Would that be the momentum the Pineapples need? A minute 8. Gotta find one at least.
And now they win the kickoff. Valence looking for the solo play, but he can't get back to it as a heavy touch off the ceiling put it too far away, and merely he can't find the touch. Ventus with the open net, and calamity as again they destroyed the kickoff twice, and every time they destroyed the kickoff, they come back and they give up an unfortunate goal.
Yeah, it's just every time. It's been the entire story here. Every time they get some momentum, Galaxy says, none of it. We got this. And they put in another goal, 55 seconds, you just feel it. It just going their way. They just got to hold on here. Pineapples, they have to sell out and just pray that this ball can find the back of the net twice before regulation's over.
They got to get some boost. They got to get some bumps. But more importantly, they got to get some plays, whether it's some solo plays or the infield. Something's got to get going now. As 30 seconds and counting, and Galaxy, they're looking for a pass of their own, and that just could be the dagger as this team is looking to get the hardware.
They want it, and look at this passing play. The Pineapples just nowhere to be found. Boy Wonder to Ventus. The combination, it's been so strong all season long. It showed up in grand finals, and this is going to be another huge win for them Bagels, barring any last-second heroics. But think about it this way, Bagels. They might have only dropped 2 games the entire playoff run. They played 3 matches and have only lost 2 games.
Yeah, that is the definition of dominance as they're looking to get a 5th, but it will be off target. But at this point, the clock is just too much in their favor. Final 10 seconds here, the whiff's coming out. But that being said, we will not hit 0 seconds. Merely has other plans, you know. Let me not give the fanfare quite yet, but it will take a very monstrous kickoff from Pineapples.
It will take an absolute miracle. I don't know what I'll do if this ball goes in the next 4 seconds, but we'll find out, I guess.
We will have to see as a huge kickoff, and again, it will be in Galaxy's favor. And at 0 seconds, up by 2, this will be the crowning moment for Ventus. It took him 3 opportunities, but he has finally won a championship. And Galaxy are your Season 6 rival champions.
Yeah, just a dominating performance from Galaxy here. I mean, what else can you say? I mean, we talked about it. They just stepped up and just absolutely dominated every single aspect of the game. Bagels. I don't think, like, if you asked me what did Galaxy do wrong, I couldn't tell you. I don't think they did anything wrong that series. They lost one game, but I don't think they did anything wrong that series. It was just an absolute domination, and they deserve this championship for sure.
That was probably the definition of perfect Rocket League being played. I mean, really, the only standout things, like, I think there was one misplay from OA on defense and the one whiff from Ventus in game two where Pineapple scored. But like you said, Pineapples, they didn't get much scoring in the series, but the ones that they did, they really, really had to work for it, and that's just credit to Galaxy, as not only their defense stood tall, but the offense was there, putting up 13 shots here in the clincher. But yeah, I mean, Galaxy, they were just dogs. They were monsters. They were taking it to Pineapples, and the first two games they weren't really playing that solid. And Pineapples, they couldn't squeak by. They couldn't steal a game, and eventually they had to really muster up everything after that timeout. They got one back, but then Galaxy, the train got back on the track. Like you said, it was just that they're too good. Perfect analysis. They're too good.
They were too good tonight, and you gotta give them props there. I mean, what a performance from Galaxy, and I'm excited. We're back on schedule after that, after a Galaxy dominating performance there. Congratulations to them on winning the championship, but we still have one more to go here, as we're going to be heading to the Titan League Grand Finals, where we have Blizzard taking on the Reapers here. It's going to be exciting. One, the Season 5 champions, Blizzard, going up against the Season 4 champion, the Reapers. It's going to be a good one. So actually stick around. We'll be back in a couple minutes for the Titan League Grand Finals.